yeah, like, it doesn't matter, man. Like, you could sleep in a box on the beach. You could jump up on a cross like Christ did. You could cruise around in a Porsche, you know? But I mean, if you're connecting with me on these ideas, you've had the Porsches, you've had the castles, you've had the ladies and the husbands and the babies and pop, 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 pop. You've done it over and over, this quest for material things. And if you're listening to these videos, you're probably at the point of like, this shit isn't working, son. So yeah, so like, the whole premise is that this isn't about you at all. Like, this is about your service and you serving, whether or not with faith based on experience, you know, whether or not it's obvious, you know, and that takes a lot of courage, and it takes substantial experience, you know, and that's where the mantra meditation comes from. For me, the philosophy, you know, the philosophy is so perfect, it's like, okay, well, there's no question then. So the only reason we don't execute is because of envy, you know. So in Veda, there's a term called sadhana bhakti, which means love and practice. So we essentially have to force, this is my favorite word apparently essentially, we have to force ourselves to be steady and to practice and to execute whether we want to or not, or whether we're getting a result or not. We have to know that each task in our schedule is approved by God, and as long as it's not displeasing, then we say a prayer. We say, hey, you know, this is what I've come up with, and if there's something better, like, you know, a way to help people more, like, give me the download and help me put it together, then you're working together in tandem, you know. And then once you have your week dialed out, you might realize, oh wow, well, what happened if I dial out my entire year? What happens if I dial out 10 years, 20 years? You know, the larger you plan, you know, if you 10x, 20x your goals, well, I could frame making 100 grand this year. What if I can frame making like 20 million, you know? The thinking of making 20 million is completely different than 100,000. Different conversations, different objectives, different goals, different learning curves, different skills. And so the reason we don't frame 20 million or larger goals, whatever it is because fear conditioning, essentially, we're brought up, that's a whole nother chapter. We're brought up in a construct that's completely artificial and based on keeping us suppressed, because the architects profit from it, right? These, I call them the brilliant demons, the brilliant and the dumb demons. They profit off of keeping people, you know, subverted and consuming and employed. So, you know, high frequency and thinking big all comes down to snapping and executing tasks, you know, and doing it out of duty, doing it out of love. And that's really the litmus test on, you know, whether we're spiritually connected or not. So it's what it all comes down to for me. So, you know, if I say it on video, it's like, dude, you're talking about it, you got to be about it. So that's the goal.